hit on this L, elevated train and the craziest thing got me feeling like Lauryn Hill. Miseducated, my dick delegated, rap bill battle me. That I should've never made it, probably should've been dead or in jail. There be dad, enough of that jazz, asshole accent up in that glass. Are we there? Yeah, ice cubes in a bone, red brain dead, take a tuck in the back.
You want to start off, who is Bmike?
Okay, Bmike is as me apparently. Where it comes from, Bmike. My first name is Brandan. That's where B comes from. My middle name is Michael. That's where Mike comes from. So when I used to sign my paintings way back in the day, it just was way easier to write Bmike as opposed to my full name because people be doing the signature stuff and you can't understand it. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna just write Bmike. And then my people been calling me Bmike forever. So Bmike is me as far as who I am. I'm a visual artist, a filmmaker, teacher, human being, out here in the streets of New Orleans. You hear me?
All right.
That I wanted to create, wanted to draw when I was as young as kindergarten. You know, I mean, as long as I can remember, I've been drawing. I didn't realize I was good at it until other people sort of told me. You know, I just was drawing because it was fun and it was, you know, I expressed myself very easily that way, and always drawing things that I like. Stuff, people responding to it, I could affect them by what I was creating. So if I drew something that they liked, they would be happy, they wanted to have it, or, you know, so I was conscious of the fact that as a creator, you have a responsibility to a certain, to those who observe what you create.
I noticed spray paint is your signature.
Yeah.
What other forms of media do you use for your art?
Well, I did a lot of training with art. I went to NOCA, New Orleans Center for Creative Arts, in college a little bit. In a lot of ways, I don't get it. But I did know that I like to create. I like to create what other people call art. I like to just create. The point in time in my life where I just stopped making art altogether, or stopped drawing, painting, all that stuff. I started doing more camera work. I started to do more videos, film, photos, all that stuff. And I just stopped. And I became extremely fascinated with the spray paint work I would see on the streets. And I liked not only visually what I saw, but I liked what it represented. I liked the fact that people were creating outside of this system of art that I was trained in, that people were creating anti that, you know what I mean? They were like doing it outside the galleries, outside the museums. I tried to go and do it myself, and I really sucked at it. And then so finally I was just like, you know what, let me try doing the stuff that I am comfortable doing, which was just, you know, creating the stuff that I like. Let me try doing that with spray paint. And then I realized, you know what, we might have something here. I got introduced to this space by way, I guess, of a friend of mine Mariana Shepard, who works at the CAC. So I was checking out that exhibit, being blown away, and Mariana introduced me to Cairo. I don't know if she told him about what I was doing with art, or however, but somehow the lightning struck, and he asked me if I would be interested. He's like, I got this huge wall, would you be interested in doing something? And I'm like, yeah, that sounds cool. But then what really like hardened the concrete was he was like, yeah, I want to do something with Ali. And I was like, what? That's if I just shrink my list of people who I look up to maybe like 5, Ali would definitely be on that list like for a long time. Ali, I spent like I told him, I said I spent like almost a year and a half painting nothing but Ali, like on canvas. So when he said he wanted Ali, I was just like, oh wow, yeah, definitely, I'm in. I'm definitely in. So I came by, I saw the space, and then more so just seeing the space, but hearing the vision for the space and understanding exactly how deep and how many ripples on terms of what the anticipation is for building in this space and how far these ripples are going to go. Then I was like, definitely, I want to be a part, and I want to align myself with that vision, because I feel as though it's super important. And a lot of my work as of lately has been about uplifting and creating or lionizing just the narratives of black people and creating this sort of larger than life, because I feel like that's what it is, larger than life, some of these narratives, but just making them so visually to the point where people see it and they have to respect it or research it just by sheer value of seeing this on a wall. So it was a no-brainer in terms of wanting to involve myself with it. And like Ali said, he's a bad man, and his face is too pretty. So I had to paint the man.
Previously you said this was the largest painting that you've done. How long did it take?
Let's say I think it took 3 days total. It was 1 day of sketching it out, making an outline, and then 2 days of solid painting. I would come here later on in the evening as not to interfere with the people working out, having to breathe the fumes and stuff. So I would come in late in the evening and stay till about like 1, 2, 3 in the morning. And it took about 2 days of that to really get it out.
Big on community and helping uplift the community. And recently, there's a lot of crime going on, especially with the younger generation.
Yes.
The Crescent City Boxing Club has their program called Gloves, Not Guns.
Mm-hmm.
How do you feel? What's your thoughts on it, and how do you feel it can help the community?
Wherever there's sincere concern in terms of curbing the violence, I think that there should be more than one, there should be hundreds of thousands of hands helping push that, because it's definitely needed. And I think I'm not a specialist on how to solve the problem. I think there's many ways to solve the problems that we have with violence in the community. But one of the ways is conflict resolution. And I feel as though a lot of young people, they don't gauge conflict in a way where they see resolutions. They just sort of respond in a quick way that they feel like is the best way to just respond to their conflict, And so I feel like a major part of that would be what could happen here in terms of conflict resolution and training how to sort of see opposition but responding to it in a smarter way. And I think in a lot of ways, when you think about boxing, you might just think physical, but it's just as much mental, and that mental tells you how to respond to conflict and how to best see the next move, you know what I mean? Because a lot of times young people, they don't have that vision to see the next move. They just see the right now. They don't see 2 moves away. They don't see that, if he does this and I do that, then what happens 3 moves away? They don't see that, because a lot of times if that were the case, then young people would see that those 3 moves away is either jail or prison or death. So so I feel like having that skill is a huge beneficial thing to our community.